The bombings of one of Shia Islam's holiest shrines in Iraq sparked a spiral of Sunni Shia violence that shook the Arab world. In Iraq, Lebanon, Jordan, Yemen, and Saudi Arabia, for example, tensions between the Muslim sects are never far from view. Even in the wealthy Gulf kingdoms, there is friction, especially in Bahrain, a U.S. ally. But Bahrain's king, in an exclusive interview with CNN, is eager to play that down.
Accepting one another. It's always been in Bahrain.
The king was recently in London, meeting with Jewish Bahraini expatriates. Critics say he should reach across the religious divide in his own country first. Many of Bahrain's Shia Muslim majority claim the kingdom's Sunni ruling elite discriminate against Shia in employment, housing, and services. There were riots last year.
Are Shias in your country mistaken when they argue or they allege that there's systematic discrimination against them in terms of jobs?
Are they?
That's a question for you.
I don't know. I've never heard this argument.
Shia protesters have been making that argument for some time, and Bahraini authorities answered with hundreds of arrests and prison sentences for convictions like rioting, illegal assembly, or attempted murder.
Real peaceful demonstration like you have in England or in America.
Well, with respect, Your Excellency,
Yeah.
if they were peaceful, then why would your courts have convicted some of these demonstrators for inciting violence or setting fire?
No, those are the ones that broke and burnt a police car. So that was an act of violence only, not because of they are Sunni or Shia.
Human Rights Watch, frequent critics of the king's regime, says that some of those convicted may have been coerced into confessing. Without having credibly answered claims of coercion and abuse, Bahrain's courts are failing to address the possibility of torture, said a spokesman. Bahrain's king met with Sunni and Shia leaders recently, then released more than 200 Shia anti-government demonstrators. Shia have also won seats in Bahrain's parliament, and the king says sectarian tensions in his country are minimal relative to his neighbors. But in Bahrain and elsewhere across the Muslim world, the emergence of al-Qaeda on one hand and radical Shiite groups like Hezbollah on the other have stoked historical rivalries.
The invasion of Iraq unleashed the whole debate of the difference and the animosities between Sunni and Shia Muslims. But add into that mix al-Qaeda terrorism, and you discover that there are layers and layers of debate among Muslims.
And that debate is likely to resonate through the Gulf and far beyond for decades to come. Alfonso Van Marsh, CNN, London.